being All-American is something that you've always looked at and seen other people get, but you never thought would happen to you. You never thought you'd reach that point. You always strive to do your best, but you never figure, you'd get that far.
It just would make my season and my career here at Tech complete to be selected for the second time as Kodak All-American.
It's something that I've dreamed about, and I've also dreamed about winning national championships.
From the first day a young man puts on a uniform, he has a dream. He nourishes that dream with hard work, self-sacrifice, and determination. He is coached to reach within himself and play at a level he never thought possible. But only a select few will ever realize those dreams of becoming the best, of being recognized as All-America football players. You're about to meet the finest young men at their positions in college football. Student athletes whose commitment to excellence, both on and off the field, have led them to the top as members of the 1984 All-America football team.
I noticed on the far side the split end. Look, watch him come in. You see that, Barron? And then he takes it back out to the flat. See that? And they'll do that on both sides now, too.
Coaches spend hundreds of hours reviewing game films, studying their opponents, and evaluating the best players in the game.
The All-America Honor Roll begins with the men who often play unnoticed, but who are the foundation of a successful program. Mention offensive line, and Bill Freilich immediately comes to mind. A two-time coach's selection, Freilich possesses the size, strength, and determination for perfect blocking technique. At age 12, the man they called the Bull was 210 pounds. He's been pumping iron ever since, and there aren't many defensive linemen who can stand up to his awesome power. A starter since his first game as a freshman, senior Bill Freilich is Pittsburgh's demolition man, a legend in the line. Number 75 is Lomas Brown, the leader of the Beef People, as the Florida Gators call their offensive line. Whether pulling and clearing a path for a Gator touchdown, or simply putting his 277 pounds into a potential tackler, Lomas Brown has been a major force in one of the winningest seasons in Florida history. In 1983, Mark Trainowitz replaced All-American Dave Remington as Nebraska center, and the Huskers haven't missed a beat. Number 57 drives opponents to the ground with the kind of skill and strength that makes him another in the long line of Nebraska greats. Second-year coach Joe Morrison has brought new life to South Carolina. Behind senior Del Wilkes' blocking and a devastating ground attack, the Gamecocks have produced the most successful season in the school's history. Rounding out the offensive line is 273-pound Lance Smith of LSU, master of the domination block, freeing teammates to complete the plays that returned the Tigers to the elite of the SEC. Making life miserable for those offensive linemen are football's hitters. Young men on a search and destroy mission. Defense with authority. Virginia Tech's Bruce Smith is one of those intimidators. According to Coach Bill Dooley, Smith is the best tackle he's ever seen at the college level, an uninvited guest in many a backfield.
If the quarterback drops back 7 yards and you can beat your man by one step before he gets back to set up, it's a great deal of fun, because all you have to do is really do a 7-yard sprint, and you beat him to that point and he's yours.
With 46 career sacks, senior Bruce Smith is a two-time Coach's All-America. For much of 1984, Oklahoma topped college football in rushing defense, and nose guard Tony Casillas was the heart and soul of that crew. Big and quick, Casillas set an all-time Oklahoma record for tackles in the backfield and is the only junior on the Coach's All-America defensive line. Ron Holmes of Washington knows only one way to play: bust the block and go after the ball. Ron grew up in Germany. His father was a sergeant major in the armed services. But it was here, at Washington, that this psychology major realized his dreams of earning All-America honors and leading Washington into the Orange Bowl. Number 52 in a baseball uniform is also number 52 in a football uniform. Jack Del Rio hit .342 as a catcher on the Southern Cal baseball team and knocked down runners as the fire and force of the Southern Cal football team. Coach Ted Tollner knows what makes Jack great.
His real strength is his intense desire to play the game. I mean, every down is very, very important to him, and he plays at a pace that you can never slow him down. That is what makes him an All-American. Now, he has the obvious size and strength and instincts, ability to run, to cover, to force on pass rush. He can do all those things, but the one that really separates him from other people, I think, is his intense desire to play every down as hard as you can play it.
Playing as hard as he can, Jack Del Rio has been the foundation of a Trojan resurgence as Southern Cal returns to the Rose Bowl for the first time since 1979. And finally, at Texas, there is no debate. The king of tacklers is Tony DeGreat. When runners run, they know their fate. They'd better be quick and never late. He looks at backs as a favorite date, coming at them like a runaway freight. Runners and blockers get one thing straight: no way can they hide from Tony DeGreat. Again, the All-America defensive line: Bruce Smith, Tony Casillas, Ron Holmes, Jack Del Rio, and Tony DeGreat. For 3 straight seasons, linebacker Larry Station has been the leading tackler for the Iowa Hawkeyes. A junior, Station has learned to read and react, pursuing the ball from sideline to sideline. Larry Station is also an outstanding scholar athlete in computer science. He says the kind of effort that makes him a Kodak All-America rubs off on his teammates, and Larry Station is proud that it helps them play better. Like Larry Station, Auburn's Greg Carr, number 54, is also an academic All-America. Carr has become Auburn's big play defender, but his achievements are not limited to the football field. Greg Carr was named Outstanding Junior in the School of Engineering a year ago, and this fierce tackler is a top 10 student on the Auburn campus, majoring in civil engineering. Greg Carr and Larry Station, two outstanding student athletes and All-America linebackers.
Hi, I'm Herschel Walker. You know, watching this All-American football team sure bring back a lot of great memories.
College football is a Saturday afternoon spectacular, uniting the entire community in the fun of the occasion. Only 2 receivers in the history of major college football have caught more than 100 passes in a season, and David Williams is one of them. This Illinois junior is just 12 catches away from becoming the Big Ten's all-time career pass catcher. His 101 receptions led college football in 1984. Clinching for David Williams a well-earned position as an All-America wide receiver. At Miami, trying to cover Ed Brown is like trying to put a blanket on a hurricane. Ed Brown is Miami's game breaker, a dash of speed who twists under a football, pulls it out of the air, and then runs like a halfback. Brown averages nearly 20 yards every time he catches the ball. And teaming with quarterback Bernie Kosar, number 40 has caught more touchdown passes than any receiver in Miami history. Senior Jay Novacek of Wyoming is the school's pole vaulting and decathlon record holder. He's also a clutch receiver whose sure hands and power blocking made him the coach's choice as All-America tight end. With more and more receivers setting records, the pressure builds on the defensive back, who must stop today's highly sophisticated passing attacks. According to the coaches, the 4 best deep defenders are Tony Thurman of Boston College, Rod Brown of Oklahoma State, Jeff Sanchez of Georgia, and Jerry Gray of Texas. A big part of the Boston College success story is senior Tony Thurman, an economics major who has set school records for career and season pass interceptions. Oklahoma State's Cowboys rode through one of the finest seasons in their history with the masterful defensive play of number 27, ball-hawking Rod Brown. At Georgia, after a broken arm and separated shoulder, doctors were doubtful Jeff Sanchez would play this year. But number 31 did play so well that he earned a berth in the coach's All-America secondary. Two-time Kodak All-America Jerry Gray, number 2, is a defensive back who dominates a game. According to Coach Fred Akers, Texas's best ever in the secondary.
We've never had one that played better than Jerry Gray, and I have told many people, I think that if they give the Heisman Trophy to the player that plays his position better than anyone else, Jerry Gray would run away with it. He's a great football player. This is not the first year he's played great for us. He's been consistently that way. He has all the size and speed and quickness, and as much as anything else, he's a determined, I mean an extremely determined and dedicated young guy.
The punter on this year's team is Vanderbilt's Ricky Anderson, a senior whose career average of over 45 yards a kick is among the best ever in college football. Georgia All-America place kicker Kevin Butler is the all-time leading scorer in the Southeastern Conference. But maybe this Bulldog senior is best remembered for a dramatic last-second 60-yard field goal that narrowly beat number 2 ranked Clemson.
He's got the win if he gets it up high. We're holding it on our own 49.5. Going to try to kick it 60 yards plus a 1.5 foot, and Butler kicked a long one. Oh my God! Oh my God!
When asked how his team could rally from behind in the dying seconds to upset Clemson, Georgia coach Vince Dooley answered, "The Butler did it."
He made it, and he made it with 20 to spare. Kevin Butler.
College football's most improved team wears purple and answers to Whackers Smackers after its coach, Jim Wacker. But runner Kenneth Davis is the primary reason Texas Christian gained a berth in the Bluebonnet Bowl after winning just a single game in 1983. Davis rocketed out of TCU's Veer to become the Horned Frogs' all-time career and single-season rusher with still another year to play. He was college football's breakaway kid in 1984 with an incredible 7 runs over 50 yards. TCU's Kenneth Davis, a Texas tornado. Last year, Keith Byers proved he could carry a football. This year, he proved he could carry a team. Riding the tank-like thighs of number 41, Ohio State won a trip to the Rose Bowl for the first time in 4 years. And Keith Byers accounted for nearly 50% of the Buckeyes' offense.
Well, I feel that as Keith Byers goes, Ohio State goes, and most defenses, when they see me catch a pitch sweep, the whole defense is going to fly up there at me ready to make the hit. And I was just able, with the help of the good Lord, to surprise them and be able to throw the ball to Mike Lanisa, throw a touchdown pass, 35-yard touchdown pass. I was just the best pass I ever threw in my life, then the only one I ever threw in my life, matter of fact.
At 233 pounds, the big junior has caught more passes than any Ohio State runner ever and has led the Big Ten in rushing 2 consecutive seasons. As one lineman said, when you tackle Keith Byers, your IQ goes down. The son of a Baptist minister, Keith Byers lives with the creed that no one can stop him. very few have, as Ohio State surged to the top of the Big Ten. Keith Byers joins Kenneth Davis, both underclassmen, both All-America runners. His trademark is to make something out of nothing. He gives away size in pounds, but not heart. He is Doug Flutie, 5'9", king of the broken play. The big little man of Boston College and Coach Jack Bicknell.
He's just gotten better and better and better. And he's just to a point now where he really is in control when he's out there. And he has a lot of poise and a lot of confidence. And it's a really enjoyable kid to watch play, especially when he's your quarterback.
It's plain to me going out on the football field. You go out and you're enjoying yourself. I get most enjoyment, I think, out of running the ball, though, when I do tuck it under and go, head up field with it, say a quarterback draw or on an option play. But for the most part, I love throwing the ball.
And throw he has for more yards than any passer in 116 years of college football. In total offense, running and throwing, he is the sport's first 11,000-yard man. Off the field, Flutie has been named a National Football Foundation and Hall of Fame scholar athlete, studying speech communications and computer science. But it is on the field that the charisma of Doug Flutie has captured the imagination of fans across the country. And with unbelievable plays like this final seconds victory over Miami, made him a unanimous selection as the coach's 1984 All-America quarterback. The All-America offense. And the defense.